Yo, what's up? This is Reginald Dockery, Mr. Making It Happen instead of watching it happen. So you know what time it is. Let's go get it.
What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Making It Happen instead of watching it happen. Reginald Dockery came by to encourage you to do it every day. What do I mean by that? Well, consistency to purpose equals success. When you're consistent with something that's in alignment with your purpose, it equals success. Consistency equals results. When you think about some of the greatest athletes of all time, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they were constantly in the gym. They were constantly working out. There's a story that says Kobe will show up an hour before everybody at the gym, like before the staff, before the team, the coaches, everybody, just to work out, just to work on his craft, just to be diligent on his craft. Michael Jordan missed over 9,000 shots, lost over 300 games. 26 times the ball was put in his hand to win the game, and he missed. But he's still considered the GOAT because he was consistent on working on his craft. I'm sure you heard the story, even down to when he was in freshman year and got cut from the team, didn't make the team. What did he do? He went and worked on his craft. He was consistent to his purpose. Successful people know the difference, right? So I just want to give you about 6 tips on being successful and doing it every day. First, know the difference between activity and execution. See, a lot of times we get lost in busy work. So we're just like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm so busy. But what are you really executing? What are you really working on? You have to ask yourself that. Number 2, successful people, they wake up early and they make it a purpose to violently execute whatever it is they have on their agenda for the day. A lot of them wake up between 4:30 a.m. and 6 a.m., somewhere around there, and they get started with their day executing, not getting involved with busy work, not picking up the phone and looking at social media, scrolling social media for an hour before you actually even get out the bed. But they start executing. What's on my agenda for the day? What I got to get accomplished? What I got to do? Number 3, live with purpose and decision aligning. What do I mean by that? Well, if part of your purpose is to run a nonprofit organization or help people with your business, whatever it might be, make sure all the decisions that you're making throughout the day align with that purpose. A lot of times we get lost again in the busy work or the things that's like, what is this accomplishing? Who is this helping? How is this helping my business? A lot of businesses fail. And over this past year during the pandemic, I realized that it was one of my most successful years in business. But the reason it was one of my most successful years because I was consistent, because I had nothing but time. A lot of us had nothing but time, but what did we do with it? I have some close associates who I seen during the pandemic, especially when it first started and quarantine happened, that they wasn't productive because they said, oh, we can't do anything. We're on lockdown. Well, there's a lot that can be accomplished right in your own home. There's a lot can be accomplished with your computer, with your phone that's in your hand every day, all day. So that's a bad excuse to say, I didn't have time or we were on lockdown. Number 4, successful people, they take care of their bodies mentally and physically. One of the things I encourage is everybody wake up and what I call take your meds. So med being an analogy for meditate, exercise, watch your diet, and then be successful. So with that, successful people, they wake up, They take care of their bodies mentally, physically. They get some form of exercise in, if it's nothing but yoga or just going for a walk, watching what they eat, watch what they put in their bodies, but mentally taking that time to meditate. I've had people tell me, clients specifically, that, hey, I'm not a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. You don't have to be a religious person in order to meditate and get your mind right, get your mental in line for your day. So a lot of times what happens is we get lost in translation of what it means to meditate. Oh, it has to be quiet, and my mind can't think about other things, and I just can't do it because I'm not religious. Well, meditation sometimes is just getting quiet or just having some time to yourself. No distractions, just close off 10, 15 minutes to say, okay, let me just sit here, breathe, think, relax my mind, calm my thoughts. And that's if you start out your day with meditation, it's nothing better because it actually pushes and propels you for your day. It kind of shapes your day. The last thing I will say about the meditation part is that I use an app. It's called Calm. They have a million apps out there for meditation. I like Calm. It's a daily, they have a daily meditation on there, and it walks you through. If you're a beginner, it has the beginning steps. It tells you about, getting in your quiet place, your comfort. It walks you through what meditation is, what meditation is not. Because again, there's a lot of myths out there of what meditation is. Yeah. So another thing that successful people do is their goals are measurable with time. So I have a lot of times that people will say, okay, well, I'm going to be a millionaire, and I'm going to write down all my goals, which is cool. Every year I try to write down at least 100 goals for myself for the year. This year I have a little over 100 that's written down. But with those goals, will I achieve all 120 something goals? Probably not. But I have them written down, and then I'm trying to execute on those goals. Because they're measurable and they're time-based. So I have on each goal, okay, this is what I want to accomplish by this time this year. Now, if I don't accomplish it, do I beat myself up and go into a slump? No, I just keep it pushing. Okay, let's rework this goal. Why didn't it work? Why didn't I accomplish this one in the time frame that I set out? With that, make sure you're writing down goals. They can start with small goals. Don't overwhelm yourself with, hey, I'm going to take over the world and I'm going to buy the Empire State Building. Just start with small goals. Well, today, I'm not going to let anybody get under my skin. Today, I'm going to make sure I drink a gallon of water. Today, I'm going to make sure those pictures that I've been waiting to hang, I have the nails, I have the pictures, I have the hammer. I just haven't hung the pictures throughout the house. I'm going to hang those today. I'm going to place that order today for the cleaning supplies that I know I needed. Whatever it might be, start with small goals and then execute on those goals. Give yourself a time frame and then execute. So a vision board, a lot of people do vision boards. I have a vision board, but vision board doesn't mean anything if you won't execute on them. Because now it is just a bunch of fancy pictures and nice, colorful board that sits around and you're not doing anything with it. So make sure that they're measurable. Sixth thing that I wanted to talk to you about is surround yourself. Successful people surround themselves with people who make them better, to inspire them. Jay-Z said the quote, we measure success by how many people are successful next to you. How can you say that you're successful if everybody's broke except for you? So when you're surrounding yourself around successful people, when you're surrounding yourself around those who have goals, they have aspirations, and they're doing things and pushing themselves, it pushes you to get better, to do better. A successful man once said that, show me your closest friends and I'll show you your future. Well, I've always believed that. I always preached and taught that when you think about it, if you're around, if it's you and you have a goal that you want to be a millionaire, but you're surrounding yourself around 4 people that's broke, always spending their money on nonsense, not trying to get a job, not trying to work a job, not trying to start a business. They're not trying to do anything. Either you're going to pull all of them up or they're going to pull you down. And, there's power in numbers. So if you're trying to be successful, trying to be a millionaire, but you're surrounding yourself around 9 people who have no goals and that their daily goal is to wake up, to smoke and to drink and to just sit back and not really do anything, likely you're going to pull them down. But if you're saying, hey, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a successful entrepreneur, and you're surrounding yourself around people who have their own businesses, they have their side hustles, you have those people that are already millionaires, you have coaches and mentors that are millionaires that's pulling you up, well, you're going to be the next millionaire. It's inevitable. So you got to make sure that you're surrounding yourself around people that's going to pull you up, not pull you down. Watch your circle. And then this whole myth, this is kind of off the subject, but people say, well, my circle's so small, I high five myself. That's not necessarily a good thing. You have to surround yourself around successful people. Oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, so I don't need people. Yeah, you do. Because guess who's your customer? That's your boss. Your boss is your customers. Your boss are your clients. So when you try to say that you don't need people, you actually do need people. And your circle can't be so small that you only high-fiving yourself, because there's power in numbers. Also, again, the encouragement and iron sharpens iron. So if you're not around somebody who's going to encourage you and build you and motivate you to do better, then that can be a bad thing. And then last but not least, successful people, they never procrastinate or make excuses. They make decisions on things, even if it's the wrong one. That's one of the things my last 9-to-5 job I pride myself on. And in an interview, I told them that. I said, I think that one of my strengths is I make a decision, whether it's good or bad, but I know how to make a decision. So you can't procrastinate, and you can't put yourself in a place of like, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. And I can't do it because of this. The worst thing in the world that I hear from people that procrastinate or make an excuse of why they can't do something is that I don't have time. You have the same time in your day that Magic Johnson has in his day. You have the same time in your day that Tim Cook has in his day. You have the same time in your day that a lot of successful people have in their day. It's a matter of what you do with your time. So there was a story about myself that when I realized that, and when it snapped and when it clicked for me, was one Sunday, probably about 5 years ago. And I love football. I'm a football fan. I love football. And I got up Sunday, I did my church thing Sunday morning, and then I started prepping my food for football days, football Sunday, and I had my wings out and all of this good stuff, and I'm preparing for the day. And about 11:30, started watching, Fox football pregame stuff. And then I watched the first game, the Detroit Lions, and then I watched the second game and the third game. And then, I made some food and ate and watched another game. And then, it had that little kind of intermission where it's like, okay, no game is going on right now. And then 6 o'clock come, and then I watch another game. And then I watched the Sunday night football game. But it clicked for me that night because I prepared that night for my week coming up. And I started writing things down, and something just hit me like, you spent 11 hours today engulfed in football. So not saying that you can't like a sport, that you can't like a thing, but I spent 11 hours focused on watching football, watching the stats, watching the highlights. Everything was surrounded around football Sunday, which is okay if you're doing the things that you have purpose and set out to do. You're not procrastinating. You're not making excuses on those other things. So a lot of times what happens is we like, okay, well, I don't have time to do that. Well, I can't say I didn't have time because I spent 11 hours watching football, right? So make sure that you're conscious of your time. And one of the things I always love to say, and I'll close with this, is that do what you love and love what you do. So is everyone going to be a millionaire? Absolutely not. Is everyone going to be an entrepreneur? Nope. As much as, we want to think that, everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur, CEO, millionaire. However, if you're doing what you love and you love what you do, you're being successful. That's success in itself, because you're enjoying life. You're enjoying what you want to do, what you like to do. There's people who run nonprofits. There's people who are on mission trips. There's people who they game every day, but they love gaming. That's cool. If that's what you love to do and you're being able to be successful in your responsibilities while doing that, much love to you. Keep it up. Don't stop. But in the midst of everything the things that you set out to do, the goals that you set out to do it every single day. Do something toward your goal every day. Again, consistency to purpose equals success. Consistency equals results. Never forget that. And again, this is your boy, Reginald Dockery, Mr. Making It Happen instead of watching it happen. I'll see you on next time.
Hey, what's good? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate the support. Leave me a comment below so I know what's on your mind, what you're thinking. Also, if this video has brought you any value whatsoever, hit the like button, and you know the routine. Subscribe, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Hey, and remember, you'll never change your life until you change your choices.